Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the United States mod. Well, welcome back again to more of the United States in Hearts of Iron for modern day. So, in the last episode, we invaded Mexico. There was an update from back in our last episode to now. There was an update. They've added two new things: your tax policy and your immigration policy, which are two big things happening in the modern day. So you got low taxes, very low taxes, you got moderate taxes, you got very high taxes, and you got high taxes. I think what we're probably going to do is we're probably just going to go for low taxes. It's going to be the best thing for us. I would say the United States probably is at moderate, not really like high taxes. I wouldn't really, like, it kind of just depends on, your class of how wealthy you are, but I would say we don't have the worst taxes ever. I'm just checking real quick to see if we've had any other updates to things. Guns seem fine and dandy. Sport equipment, nothing's changed. Armor, nope. Artillery, nope. There was a few downloads for Hearts of Iron 4 workshop items in my downloads, but it may not be this mod, which is good, because I don't need this crashing on us. Nope, looks fine. And then I already checked that. So, this music is a little soft. What happened, music? There we go. But that's what we did in the last episode. Are we justifying a war with Guatemala yet? I don't think we are. No, we are not. Guatemala. 235 days. We're just going to basically ransack our way down to South America. I do not have our armies anymore. It's because I had to do the cheeky thing like we've done before and, annex countries and crap. Let's just move them all into this little area here. We'll have a few reserves in it, but I want mostly infantry units to go. We'll have these two go. If we have any other tanks, we'll have those go. But I don't think we do. No. And I need to start that construction. But I also need to start with my... Everything good? Everything is good. Alright. Cool. Are we not building any tanks yet? Why are we building two towed artilleries? Really? Really? Like, really? Can I just cut that? Yeah, I'm going to cut this completely. Bye-bye, bitch. I need to upgrade my tankies. I know I have to research the next little bit of them, which I'll do. But I'm getting my infantry equipment together. So let's go ahead. Let's not go on 5 speed. Let's go on 3. Just so I know everything's going to be fine. Oh, God. That lagged to absolute death. I'm so sorry. I don't know why that lagged so much. So, in the rest of the world, what's going on? NATO hasn't changed. It's because I have not been able to get the world tension above 45%. I'll probably change that because it was at like 41, I think, when we ended. So I might change that just to do some stuff. The economic crisis mod, the other mod that I showed you way back when, that just came back. That's, I think, now back on the Steam Workshop. If you hear that dinging for a little bit, I'm very sorry. That is my Discord and my Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer group that I'm thinking about joining. I'm not going to say anything about it just yet because they're getting all the details done. But yeah, that mod came back, and I'm really excited about that because, what am I trying to say? It has the Syrian civil war. That's one thing that's really cool about it. It has its own unique kind of quirks to it that I think some of those things should be put into modern day, like the Syrian civil war should be put in modern day. That would be awesome, because then it would just be absolute chaos over here in the Middle East instead of like kind of chaos. It's really like nuts. What else do we need? Why are we... Anti-air, duh, that's fine. We're moving some more troopers. Are we moving anybody else? We're moving some trucks down. Let's move that guy down too. Let's move that guy down too. Let's move these two guys down as well. The rest of them I'll keep just around. Again, with the flag thing, sorry, that's another base game issue that they still need the patch. That's not the mod, I don't believe. I think it's just the actual game. But we're back with more Modern Day USA. I'm really excited about it because I love this mod so much. I'm probably not going to give Mexico its independence unless an overwhelming majority of you guys want me to give Mexico back its independence. I kind of just invaded Mexico because I was just thinking, why not? Like, America probably wouldn't do that in real life, but, you know, we're doing it. Why not? Also, some of you have been asking me, you know, since I talked a little bit about our president, but not the actual president, Mike Pence, since I talked about him, what do I think of Tim Kaine? Well, to be honest, I have not heard a lot about Tim Kaine. I think he overall isn't that bad of a guy. He's probably a nice guy. I haven't heard him speak as much because, I mean, the news doesn't really show a lot about that. The only time I really saw Tim Kaine was when he was either introducing Hillary Clinton or doing something like that. I really haven't seen him do a full speech. I did see Mike Pence's speech in the RNC, but I did not see Mike Pence's in the DNC because I didn't watch much at the DNC. I had a lot going on during that, so I wasn't able to watch it, but I heard it went well. I heard there was a pretty big fuss about the Bernie Sanders thing, and they were trying to get an amendment in so where they could actually vote him in. The same thing had to do with Ted Cruz on the RNC, so there was an amendment they were trying to pass to eliminate the superdelegates, which I actually think wouldn't be that dumb of an idea because Bernie got screwed as far as that was concerned. Okay, since I got done with that research, we're gonna research the next tank because God, we need some in our lives. But of course, you know, the DNC is basically in chaos at the moment. The entirety of, you know, Hillary Clinton right now is just super just talking about the email thing that apparently they found more of them. And, you know, it's just, there's a lot of drama that's going on with the Democratic Party at the moment, and it either just needs to end or it needs to figure itself out. But for right now, it's just, that's all I'm hearing about. I didn't send the trucks back, did I? No, I didn't. I sent the troops back. I'm going to try to find 3 trucks in order to support them. Like, these 2 are going to drive down here. And then this mechanized is going to drive down here. But, I mean, as far as the election's concerned, it's not that bad as of right now. Gary Johnson's starting to come back into play. He is of the Libertarian Party. He's probably not going to win just because third parties have basically, it's been a 2-party system in the American since like basically the 1800s and on. It's been the Federalists, Anti-Federalists, and then going into the Republican Party, birthed by Abraham Lincoln, and then going on to what we have today. It's a 2-party system. I don't think a libertarian's going to get close. Now, granted, this is probably going to be the closest a libertarian's ever got because people don't like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, but I guess that in the end, it doesn't matter because I just don't believe he's going to have enough to win. Plus, he's not going to have the political backing or the economic backing that he's going to need to run his campaign. So it's just going to fall apart for him in the end of the day. Gary Johnson's just not going to do it. I just don't believe he can. I mean, he probably can. If he was going to run as a Republican, he'd probably have a really decent shot. The only problem is he's not doing that because the RNC has already picked its nominee. So he can't do that. So he's running as a libertarian. He's going to get a little bit of fame for this, but I don't think it's going to get him very far. He's a little older, which isn't a problem. I mean, as you can see, we had Bernie Sanders that ran, and he was like, I think in his 60s or 70s. He's a pretty old guy. So it's not... Age is but a number. But besides that, we're just going to go down through the strait here and go down into South America and basically destroy them. I do want Panama, so that way I can have the Panama Canal. Because, yes, that's going to be great to have under us. I have no idea how to take Canada away from NATO, so I can't really invade them. Plus, some people don't want me to invade Canada. They want me to keep Canada alone, so I'll do that. Because why not? Canada, you're free this time, you little bastard. But other than that, nothing else is basically going on. We're justifying a war against Guatemala, and then I'm talking to you guys about politics, because this is kind of a political game. Also, in the news, Russia has moved a majority of its military over to Ukraine, pushing on the Ukrainian border. I wonder how that's going to do for international affairs. Because, of course, it's going to put the Ukrainians on edge. And I think this is pretty accurate on which countries are actually in NATO. Ukraine not being one of them. That might push them to join NATO, which will throw either Russians' plan into the dirt, or they're going to get a little bit more ballsy. But at the end of the day, we're just going to have to figure that out when the time comes. But I do see probably a war between Russia and Ukraine within the next 2 years at the max. Guaranteed. Because if they're pushing their military, up to the Ukrainian border, come on. Like, don't be fools. You know what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and put Kane in there, and we'll go ahead and promote him. Oh, I almost promoted the wrong guy. That would have been awkward. No, I do know that I clicked you. I want to promote you. There you are. So let us put our front line and our offensive strategy. Super simple. Just literally invade them. They have like one troop, so it's not going to be that difficult. Oh, we're not boosting here anymore, damn it. Forgot, since I had to get the new save. I'm not boosting in places that I want to be. Russia's fine. I'm not going to boost in them. They are okay. I'm not going to fuck with them. I know France was a social democratic. The things you learn. But yeah, that other mod is up, so I'm probably going to start doing a series, maybe on the Syrian opposition, try to win the Syrian civil war and defeat ISIS, and then other things, but I have no idea. Basically, whenever the time comes is what's going to allow me to do those things. But besides that, we're not really doing much. We're basically just sitting here. Soon, I'm going to choose our tax policies. I don't even think I showed the immigration policy, so of course you have closed borders that destroys your population growth. Drops your consumer goods factories, of course. Heavily regulated, so it just drops your monthly population down 5%. Lightly regulated, which brings up your monthly population by 5%. And then open country, which are a few things that I think Hillary and Tim Kaine want to do. So that's exciting. So maybe I'll have you guys choose this. Which tax policy should we do? And then which immigration policy should we do? That is going to be your guys' job for me. Tell me what you guys want to have for our tax policy, and then our immigration policy. The most that I see is going to be what we choose, which is going to be exciting. Anti-air, what is this? Racism and sexism is running rampant in our cities. Our police force is biased and our system is corrupt. If we do not fight inequality, first our country will fall, followed by the planet itself. Green and progressive leaders have today rallied their supporters in an urban center to block streets and protest big business and institutional equality. Oh, so the progressives get a little bit higher. which is the Green Party. That's fine. I would love to play like another United States under, like try to getting the Libertarian Party up and play as Gary Johnson. That would be fun. I think that'd be super cool to do. But of course, under Mike Pence, we're making a political empire. A United States ruled by Mike Pence is going to sound very, very cool to the world once we start invading more countries. I'm going a little radical in it, but I can talk about some political issues going on because I have been watching a lot of the news lately. Been very bored. That's why I've been recording a lot more. I don't have a lot of, assignments to do, so I'm going to keep that so that we can choose one of these policies. But of course, some of these policies, all of them count? Yeah, all of them cost the same. Okay, that's cool. We're not building nukes at the moment, at all. So I'm going to start that process, just build a little bit up over here. Just get like 6. We'll throw like 4 up there. National focus. Military build up 4. Because that's the best. Looks like the Middle East is relatively stable now. Nobody's really warring each other. It's exciting. Basically, nobody's trying to go after one another, but everybody's building up their armies. France was going to be one of the biggest ones, building up a huge army. They have not done so. The United Kingdom, though, building up their armies, just basically moving in to support their cities at the moment. Nothing really else, though, which is exciting. You can't see things in Russia, of course, and I do want to attack Russia. If they go after Ukraine, then we'll go. Just like if North Korea goes after South Korea, then we'll go. I mean, it's just gonna be one of those things. I can guarantee the independence of Ukraine. Can't I? Yes, I can. With 275 political power, I can do that. What did that say? We're currently guarantee 10 nations, and guaranteeing Ukraine will cost 275 as each guarantee increases the cost. We need world tension to be at 60%. Right now it's at 11. Well then. Oh wow, we got a lot of research done. Super cool. Let's go ahead and get our lights on our weapons. Let's go ahead and get our modern support weapons. And then let's go and work on the next tank. I'm not going to start building the new tanks yet. I'm going to wait. Huh, cool. Sorry, I was just reading a little something on the news. Modern construction tools finally done. Good, because we have to continue pushing on those. I have not been researching them to the best of my ability. What are you doing? Come down here, sir. Join the army. But we do have our native lands over in Vietnam and in Cuba, which is very good. So if we do want to attack China at any point in time, at least we do have a point of interest. We'll put some men over there. We should put men over there because right now they could just freely walk in, and it would be smart if China did that, because then I would have to actually try to invade them. But it would just start a world war that would end in just the downfall of everyone. So it probably isn't the smartest idea. So I'm going to leave it here. We went about, I think, a couple months. We were going on 3-speed, so we went a fair bit of time. In the next episode, I'm probably going to go on 4-speed the entire time just to make it a little bit faster. And then we're going to attack Guatemala probably in the next episode, because that's going to be fantastic. We're already like less than 100 off, so that's really good. Put down in the comments below what our tax policy should be, what our immigration policy should be, and should we guarantee the independence of Ukraine? Because of course, even though we are an expanding empire, we do care about foreign affairs. At least for the countries that aren't relatively biased. So, of course, Russia is going to be our big guy that we have to go against. So we're gonna want to make sure that they don't expand any. So should we guarantee the independence of Ukraine, or should we not? I have no idea. And then we are expanding into South America. Where do you want us to go next? I've gotten a lot of requests for Africa, which hopefully we do. That will be really fun. And then I guess that's about it. Hopefully like, comment, and subscribe, of course, if you want to see more. And I guess that's it. That's all I gotta tell you. So until then, everybody, hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Glenn Games signing off as always. Take care.